Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Valerie and today is Sunday, October 27th, and we're here with another budgeting video. We're just going to hop right into it. So I have 14 transactions listed on the screen that I need to approve. A few of them have already been linked with the with YNAB and my actual bank accounts, so we know that those are good to go. So I'm just going to select all of those. So those are 11, and we're just going to go ahead and click approve. Now we have this transaction here with my Apple Card. This was for my new phone, so I already have it. I'm so excited to get this, and it was just under $1,300 because I got the phone, 2 cases, and a screen protector. So those are good to go. Let's go ahead and enter, or no, it's pending, sorry. It's pending, so it hasn't posted yet, but I thought it did, but let me, yeah, it's showing posted on my Apple Wallet already, so I'm just going to leave that right there for now. For the Amex card, I did my payment, so let's go ahead and approve that. Then for my Capital One, my Hulu subscription, so I changed my Hulu subscription. So regularly, the normal price for my Hulu subscription was like $26 and some odd change. However, Hulu has upped their price to $28.88, I believe, which was going to be my new price. But I wasn't using the ESPN Plus on my bundle. My dad wasn't using it, so I was like looking at the Hulu. You can change your bundles on Hulu now, so they have so many on there. So I changed it to one that has the HBO Max, and it was going to be just the Hulu, Disney Plus, and HBO Max, just the basic. With ads, it's going to be like $20, and then without ads, it was going to be $29, I think. And so I was just like, I mean, it's going to be an extra $4 from what I was originally going to pay, because my price was going up to $28. So I was like, let's just go ahead and do that. So I changed my bundle to have HBO Max instead of ESPN Plus, and to have no ads. So my monthly payment for Hulu is going to change. It's going to be like $32 and some odd change. I'll have to log into the Hulu app again to see what the actual price is going to be, because they allow you, like, at least not allow, but they show you all of your upcoming payments for Hulu for the bundle. So I'm going to log on to there and see what I have coming due. But with me starting or changing my bundle in the middle of the month, I did have to go ahead and pay extra. So right now, this category is going to show as overspent because of the extra $7.35 that was charged that I did not have on my budget. So we're going to prove that, and then once we get to the budget, we'll have to move some money around to cover that overspending. And then this charge on my Amex card, it was not for the flight, it's for the hotel, because our flight to get to the place where we're going for the trip, our flight lands at like 3 a.m. And so the hotel, I mean, check-in is not until 2 p.m. And so we'll be getting there around 3 a.m. or between 2:30, 3 a.m. So we just went ahead, and each of us went ahead and changed our reservations to check in a day early, to book. That way, once we get to the hotel, we'll have a room already ready, because the hotel says that we might not have a room if we arrive at 3 a.m. in the morning. It might not be ready for us to move in. So just to alleviate some of that stress, we'll just go ahead and book the day before. That way we know that the room is going to be ready for us. So that was that charge. And now all of our transactions are good. Now we can go ahead and start reconciling our accounts. I'm already logged into my Navy Federal. So my checking account has a balance of $3,012.21, and it matches YNAB right here. So I'm good to go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and reconcile this. And so now all of those will have a lock, meaning that they are good to go. Next is the bills account. I have a balance of $341.93 on the account, and that also matches YNAB. So we can go ahead and reconcile this. And I've already received a notice of what my T-Mobile bill is going to be for next month. Oops, sorry. Or sorry for myself, I hit my hand. It's going to be $55, so it's going back to the regular. This was up the $3 because I had to use my phone to make some calls, but it wasn't on Wi-Fi, so it was charged because it's international calls. So let's go ahead and save that. And for my Amex card, I have a balance of $129.69, and that matches the working balance up here. So we can go ahead and reconcile that one. Cool. Next up, we have nothing's changed on my Ally account. We've already removed the credit card because that was closed. The high yield savings account for Ally, I still have it open. However, I do not have any money in it, so it's going to be a zero balance. Looking at my Apple, my high yield savings account, right now, I have a balance of $329.76. So I need to, let me see, does it have that? Oh wait, that's still on I'm looking at the wrong one. Excuse me. Okay, so the last one it received was October 17th. So we had $2.85, 50 cents, and 46 cents. Okay. And then for the 18th, so for my phone purchase, there was some daily cash earned. And this was in the amount of $38.26. And so we're going to save that. And so again, my balance is $329.76, and that matches. Let me go ahead and clear this so I can reconcile it. Yes. And then once Apple merges again with YNAB, once it links up again, this transaction right here is going to have a link on it to merge the two. Because I manually added in there, it still has to match up with the account. So I will see that next week. Then for my Apple Card, I have a balance of $2,185.37. What just happened? Did y'all see that on the screen? Someone's on the screen. Is that a mouse? I don't know. It looked like the shape of a mouse. I don't have my mouse hooked up. Is it off? Oh, my mouse is on. It's probably about dead now. I haven't used that thing in a minute. Okay. All right, go away. All right, so my last transaction on here was for the phone for $12.75. Again, on the app, it is showing that this transaction is already cleared, but it's not showing on YNAB. So I'm going to go ahead and clear it in YNAB to match the actual card. And I went ahead and purchased Final Cut Pro, but because I have my Apple High Yield Savings, I earned enough in there from my daily cash in order to purchase it. However, I got a discounted price on it on a bundle. So I'm going to add a transaction, and I did that today. It is through Apple. And it's going to be electronics. Even though the money for this purchase is in a category specifically for the Final Cut Pro, that's the money coming from the high yield savings account, I'm going to move the money from that category to the electronics category. That way I can rename the Final Cut Pro category to something else so I can start saving up for another, expense maybe in the future or something. And so this price was $213.99. Alrighty. Oh wait, I put in the wrong one. Okay, let's cut that and paste. Let me slow down. Okay. All right. And that transaction is pending, so I'm not going to clear it. However, the balance does show $2,185.37, which is the working balance up here. So I am going to go ahead and reconcile how it is, which is the cleared balance. And so right now we just have the uncleared of $213.99. Next, we have the Apple Cash. This has not changed. I still have the $35.50 transferred over, and that's for the subscriptions, the monthly subscriptions that come out on my Apple Card. I put this money already in there, but I will have to transfer the money over. There's a mosquito or something in here. I will be transferring money from my savings account to the Apple Cash in order to pay the cleared balance on the Apple Card today. So I can go ahead and knock that out. Alrighty, now for Capital One. Okay, let me log in. Oh, so I haven't logged into my Capital One on this phone, so I couldn't do the Face ID, so I had to type in my username and password. So now just waiting for the code. Any day now. So my balance is $113.02. And that matches. So we can go ahead and reconcile that. And see at the top, I have the overspending for October. And this is because of this transaction here, the extra $7.35 from the Hulu charge to change my bundle to have HBO Max instead of the ESPN Plus. So now that all of my accounts are reconciled, now I can go to the budget and I can see all of the overspent items. So with the Hulu, I overspent the $7.35. And then for the electronics category, I only had the money in that category for the purchase of the phone and cases. And I'm overspent the $213.99 from the Final Cut Pro bundle. So we're going to cover this electronics with the Final Cut Pro category. So I have $329.76 in that account, or in that category, budget category. So we're going to move that money, move the 213 only to there. And so we'll have the remaining, we'll still have the remaining money in that category. And then we're going to cover this Hulu with, let's see, I think I thought I had, let's see. These are all the categories where I have some money. I guess I didn't have anything in stuff I forgot to budget for. I might be taking it from shopping because I don't want to take it from savings. All right, so we're just going to take it from shopping because I've already moved the money for the stuff I forgot to budget for. I think I only had $50 left in the stuff I forgot to budget for, and I had already moved that to shopping. So we're just going to use some money from there and cover that. And that's it. The overspending for October was pretty simple. So I was able to roll with the punches and move money around from different categories. Now I want to go down to my Final Cut Pro category from my Wish Farm. Since I've already funded the purchase, I've already made it, so I can change this category to something else now, but I don't know what I want to save for. So right now I'm just going to label it as Apple High Yield Savings Account. I need to put my little savings thing on it. Okay. Gotta have my emojis at the front to be all the same. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I might end up moving this money to the iMac category, which I don't think I'm going to get an iMac anymore. I think I'm going to save up and get the new Apple Studio, the Mac Studio. This is definitely going to be a large purchase. I think I would need to save up at least $5,000 because I would need to get a monitor too, because the Studio is just the little desktop piece. You still have to buy a separate monitor. So I'm going to save $5,000 for that large purchase. Yeah. And I still want this flexi spot. This is a standing desk. It's like motorized. You can press a button, it'll go up and down. And I think it also has like settings where you can press the button, it'll automatically go to a certain height because I'm pretty short. And so if I can get it to come to just a certain height for me, then that'll be perfect instead of having to hold the button. Granted, there's nothing wrong with holding the button or lifting something up like that, but that'll be cool though. Alrighty, so we're just going to leave the money in the Apple High Yield Savings account there. I'll have $115.77 left, and then the money for the Final Cut Pro bundle, I'm going to move it from the High Yield Savings account to my Apple Card to pay that. But I'm not going to do it yet because the transaction hasn't posted to the Apple Card. All right, so now I need to add a transaction for this Apple Card. So let's go back to the Apple Card to see what the actual cleared balance is. So this is the cleared balance. So let's copy this and we're going to go to the checking account, and I'm going to add a transaction to the Apple Cash, and we're going to paste that amount in there. So that is the amount that I need to pay my card. And so let's just open up my Apple Cash right now. We're going to add money, and it's going to be $19.71.38. We're going to add. All right, that has been done. So now my Apple Card has a balance of $2,006.88 here. And now we're going to go to my Apple Card and we're going to make a payment. And the payment wheel says the cleared goes to the cleared balance is $19.71.38, of course. So we'll go to the Apple Card and we're going to click on record payment here at the top, and it'll automatically fill out everything across the top according to the payment amount. However, this is not the amount that we are paying because of the uncleared balance. So we're going to change that to this amount here. And I'm just going to paste the number there. Yep, and it still shows the payment from Apple Cash because YNAB remembers where you it remembers your transaction history as far as your habits of what you make card payments from, or how payees are entered into the YNAB or whatnot. So it remembers that, and so it'll automatically fill that in for you. And so let's save that, and we're just going to go ahead and make this payment now. And that payment is done. All right, so now my Apple Card has a balance of $213.99, which is the pending transaction. So we are all set because this payment has already cleared. So I'm just going to mark it as cleared. I'm not going to reconcile again, but it is cleared. Or wrong one, sorry. Not paying attention. This one, it's cleared. All right. So now that that is done, I think I don't have anything else because my Capital One card, because I can go ahead and pay my Capital One. Yeah, because the next time I do a video, it's going to be November, I'm pretty sure it's going to be November 1st on Friday, because on Saturday, I'm putting up my Christmas stuff. Say what you want, but Christmas stuff is going up November 2nd. And so I won't have time to do my YNAB. So I definitely need to do that on Friday for sure, which will be November 1st. And so I want to make sure my Capital One is paid before the end of the month, because I don't want to carry a balance over into the next month. Even though my card is not due until the 8th, the payment is not due until the 8th, I do like to have the extra transaction in there. I don't know why it's looking like this. Okay. I forgot I had that. I had typed Hulu in there earlier to see what the previous costs were for Hulu. Okay, so yes, sometimes I do like to make payments twice a month. I'll do a payment at the end of the month, and then I'll do another payment. So I'll do a payment before the statement due date, before the due date on the 8th, and then another one at the end of the month. So sometimes it end up being twice a month, depending on if I use and how I use the card. So we're going to go ahead and make a payment to this Capital One card. Hopefully I'm still logged in. Please don't log me out. Okay, I'm still logged in. And we're going to make a payment for $113.02. And then looking at my bills account, we already have the money available. So all I'm going to do is, again, record payment, and then it'll automatically populate everything in here for me. It's coming from my bills account, and it's going to be in the amount of $113.02, because we do not have any pending transactions on this card. So I can go ahead and save this payment, and I can go ahead and make the payment on my phone. All right, and it's done. Now that payment is pending. Also, so with with Capital One, it also tells me my expected transactions based off of what it says. Dates and amounts are estimated based on previous charges. So right below the scheduled payments, it has one that says expected transactions. And so it has one in here for my reoccurring Microsoft annual charge. So I used to pay for the Microsoft. I used to pay the $48.99. But if you've been watching my previous videos, you saw when I had canceled that subscription. So because this is showing that it's supposed to be charged on November 1st, it doesn't mean that it will be. It's just showing from previous habits that it has been coming out on November 1st annually. I am going to log into my Microsoft, and I'm going to verify on my account that I did cancel the subscription, and I'm going to check my emails as well to verify that everything is canceled and that no charge will be made. So I do appreciate that with Capital One, with an updates to their apps, because I think this expected transactions, I think it only just started this year with them adding that, because I know it hasn't been there over a year for sure, but I do like that feature. All right, so next is my Amex card. Gotta log back in. So for Amex, I have a balance, the $129.69. So let's go ahead and pay that. We already have the money in the bills account. I still need to move the money from the high yield savings account to cover this. even though I do have the money in my checking account to cover it, I want to make sure that in my actual high yield savings account, I don't have money that should be more liquid in my checking account. So I'll be doing that off camera because that'll be a lot of more manual and tedious work. All right, so let's make this payment from the bills, the current balance, continue, and submit. Transaction successful. All right, let's record this payment on here. Again, it's coming from my bills account. The amount is the $129.69, which is the cleared balance. So let's save that, and we're done. So now I have $99.22 in my bills account. Right now it's only showing the Amex card because my Amex card is a Navy Federal card. So it'll show that one pending, but it's not going to register the Capital One payment just yet, but it will tomorrow. And that is all the payments that I have for, oh, I forgot to double check Wealthfront. I forgot about you. I haven't logged into this one yet. That was a quick code. Why can't Capital One be quicker with their codes? Wealthfront, that was like instant. All right, so 21-233-42. 21-233-42. All right, so let's reconcile this. Looks good. All right, so now we're good. Now we have everything reconciled. And so off camera on my budget, in my savings view, the money that I have for, excuse me, for my travel fund, I need to make sure that the total amount that I have in my Wealthfront actually matches, and I don't have any extra money because I should be moving over so $1,151.57 should be coming out of my Wealthfront account, or close to it, because I think I didn't transfer some money from my checking account that was going towards my car. So some of it will stay and just go make sure I have it for the car. And then the rest of it will go back to my my checking account. Or I might just leave it because we're about to get paid next week and I'll have to transfer the end of the month money for the new car. So we'll see how much it actually is that needs to be separated, and I'll go from there offline. Well, this is the end of the budget for today. We have a few transactions that I need to wait on to get cleared, but it was a good one. I made sure I added the transactions for my the Final Cut Pro, and then all the payments on here. And so you'll see 2 charges for each account when you move money. So for anything if you move money from a checking account to a bills account, you'll see a transaction for each one. So I have a transaction here going out and one going in to the corresponding account. So all of that is good to go, and I'm getting a lot more sleepy, trying to keep from yawning. So I will see y'all in the next video, and I hope you all have an amazing week this week. It is the last week of October, And I'm ready to put my Christmas tree up because I love Christmas. And so, yeah, I can't wait. All right. Y'all take care. Bye.